people, man. This is Kendall Smith. My name is Kendall Smith. I'm from James T. Vaughn. I'm currently housed at James T. Vaughn Correctional Center. The whole purpose and the whole purpose of my speaking to you is that I'm not silent. I'm predicated on prison lives matter. Like my whole basis of what's taking place is to help you know that prison lives matter. I was recently involved in a situation where 3 officers forced me into a humiliating strip search. Constantly kept telling me turn around, spread my cheeks, trying to humiliate me due to the fact that I was reaching the public. I was reaching out to ABC, NBC, as media personnel, university students and podcast specialists, and letting them know at the time, which was around COVID 2021, about the unsanitary, circumstances or conditions that we were in, and the lack of medical care, the lack of mental health, you name it. But because my writing to the public and dispensing this stuff to the public, they sought to retaliate towards me, to serve as an example, to others. And unfortunately, though fortunately, I was able to make it out of that cell. Defensively so. They attempted, all 3 of them. Thankfully, I was able to whoop their ass, and get out of the cell and run my ass to the shower, go past a 4th officer who attempted to stop me. But I was able to get into the shower, shut myself in the shower, where the strip search should have been conducted. They have alternatives to strip search in the form of de-escalation. These officers chose to create a blind spot so the visual clarity by the facility's cameras would not be able to capture the officer's body language, their position, how far they was when they attempted to strip search me. In addition to that, they was also covering and hiding their identifications, their name tags and numbers and whatever have you, so we couldn't be able to, write to our families or reach out to lawyers and explain exactly who was trying to or attempt on our lives at that time. But subsequently thereafter, I was forced into the shower. I was forced in the shower for like 45. I was forced to be naked in the shower for like 45 minutes. Asking, constantly requesting for my clothes, you name it. Then put me in a cell, whatever have you. Then after that, they end up charging me with resisting arrest and assault second. And they continue to try to keep prolonging and not let me have access to the videos, access to other policies that could be in my favor to help me defend myself. They constantly kept postponing. It ended up gaining momentum from the media. They started covering it here in Delaware at Delaware Online or Delaware News Journal. Xerxes Wilson, to be specific, was the reporter. And I was front page along with others as well of one officer in particular that just was constantly known to have been committing abuse on prisoners. And the same officer constantly just pepper spraying people or resorting directly to use of force and neglecting any forms of de-escalation. And so the courts continued to postpone my trial, and you over time you was able to see how the media, the media coverage began to reduce, when people stopped showing up. So by the time my trial actually did occur, which was last year, January 30th, it started. It was a 3-day trial from January 30th to February 1st. And by the time the trial did begin, no one was there. You had a couple people come in, didn't know them, who they were, but it was just, no one was there. So strategically so on behalf of the state, the courts, because they know they was in a rightful, state of, or the wrongful state of use of force. But anyway, I was able to prove to 12 jurors that I was in a rightful state of self-defense, and that the officers was in the wrongful state of using use of force. Found not guilty on all charges. And ACLU and White Patel and Preston, 2 major law firms, they end up taking on my case on the civil aspect. And I just recently severed from them because now I've been asking them to give me access to the videos. I've been asking them to get access to the trial transcripts in which I exposed the state, I exposed the officers, I exposed DOC, I exposed the courts and how they were in cahoots with them. And I meant to mention as to how when I went to my final case review during the criminal case, the same officers that were among the other officers that used the unlawful force onto my person escorted me in the courtroom where the prosecutor offered me a guilty plea as a form of coercion. And when I asked the judge to give me evidence or for my discovery to give me that evidence of the video showing that these same officers escorted me in the courtroom when the prosecutor offered me a guilty plea and stood by me as a form of coercion, the judge told me that wasn't enough, even though I was very specific of the time, place in the courthouse, Newcastle County Courthouse, where these officers escorted me at, where it was, this form of coercion was exerted onto my person. Now, when I brought that up to my public defender at the time, he didn't bring it up. He didn't bring it up. He didn't do anything to assist me, so therefore I cut him off too. So what I'm saying is that caused a form of distrust with me, the state, the judges, any lawyers, whether criminal or civil. And this, like I said, and recently I just suffered from the civil attorneys because they lack transparency as well, not giving me access to the videos because they know if those videos are dispensed to the public, that'll be on CNN today, if you will. That'll be on ABC or right like today. Because it's pitiful to see one man outdo a whole team, 7 of them who made sure, who try to do their best to try to hurt and injure me. But and now at this point, I need the public's attention. I need people to come and I need numbers. I need support because otherwise I'm silenced. No one's going to hear me. I've been writing. You name it. Legislative Hall, representatives, senators, you name it. I've been writing shit. Excuse my language. I'm writing many organizations, activist organizations, universities, you name it. Celebrity. I've been trying to reach, and no one's responding. No one's taking it seriously, like to the extent that it is to me. It's my life is on the line. At this point, I'm just surviving. I'm merely just surviving. I need help. I need assistance. It's not like, if it was like when you hear them names like George Floyd and shit like that, these, they're dead. Like, thankfully, I was able to survive. Like, I'm here. But don't let me die though, because why these people are still exerting forms of retaliation into my persons, constantly jeopardizing my life, my limb, my senses, and my due process.
Do you have any petitions or anything?
Considering that they had some petitions.
Yeah, do you have anything where people can sign and circulate as of yet?
Like, as in, like I know, like, you saying, like, in regards to, like, my case, like, the case number where they can go to, or, like, say it again, please?
Yeah, it's a, well, I'm going to talk to you about it, but you could put a petition together that could be circulated to the public that's in written form of letting people know what's going on with you.
I have it ready for you right now.
You do have one? Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So,
yeah.
Where can...
See, I've been recent, like, that's what I've...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nah, go ahead.
Now, when normally I do a Dear Community letter, and I would get my family, I would text it on the tablet so they can paste it together and put it in email form and send it to whoever I would tell them to send it to, like representatives, senators, you name it, Ben Crump, whatever, just so many different people that I would just come up with, just so they can send it to, but I've been doing it for a minute now, every now and then,
okay.
when I feel like, but it's not being reciprocated. It's not being that same passion and fervor that I'm showing for, to have some type of change or some justice, or like to get that, all that good shit, freedom, all that peace, or I'm not getting it back, and it's like, am I the only one that care? I'm constantly like, damn, am I the only one that care? Like, should I care? Like, what the fuck? Like, and it causes, and then I understand that that's just, it's part of their strategy to ensure that I break. They're trying to break my spirit. They're trying to break my fervor, my passion. In the evidence that I have, because I got extraordinary evidence. It ain't just like, oh, well, you just speaking, or you just speculating, or or you just speaking idealistic. Nah, I have actual, and I got extraordinary evidence, video evidence, like quasi, like similar to like Tyree Nichols. You remember the Tyree Nichols case?
Yes.
You feel me? Like, I'm talking about evidence, crucial evidence to that extent. that they cannot refute. So I'm at this point, it's like, give me what's mine.
Right.
Give me what's mine. Either, and it constantly had me in the same institution where the shit happened. It's like this is a trigger for me. No one's questioning where my mental health is. Like, these people can no longer guarantee me my rehabilitation. They can no longer guarantee to secure the care or safekeeping of me. Y'all violated your contracts, to ensure that my sentencing order is executed. You violated your contracts of ensuring the care and safekeeping the subsistence of me.
Right.
So the only remedy at this point, I said to him, and I said to the governor, because I wrote the governor too. Didn't hear nothing back from him either. But I'm saying, I wrote all of them, and I explained to him, like, to be found not guilty by 12 jurors, yeah, that's one thing. That's a portion of justice, right? That's a portion, okay, but that's not the all-in-all solution. Money. That's not. Yeah, that's okay. That's considered justice to an extent, but that's not the all-in-all solution. My solution is remove me. I need my freedom, because y'all violated y'all policy, y'all executive order to ensure the supervision of me. So now give me the right to go ahead and take care of my own self, since y'all failed to do that.
Yeah, you ain't wrong, bro. You definitely ain't wrong. How can do you want people to reach out to you? If so, how can they link up with you? Any type of social media or emails? What you got?
I don't have any social media. I mean, the DTL link, that the prisons that they can contact me on. My name Kendall Smith. SBI or prison number at 619-570. I mean, unfortunately, yes, I don't have no platform.
That's all right, bro. We're going to get your story circulating out there. Is there anything else that you want to add that you might didn't get a chance to, or that you want to add now?
Man, I say to these CEOs around here that constantly ask me if I'm doing all right, and I tell them, no, I ain't all right. I ain't all right till I get home. And that is like, in my thing, don't ask me if I'm all right. If you the ones that seen, y'all sat here, y'all know what the fuck happened, y'all not saying nothing on my behalf. So I say that to say, bro MLK said,
you have 1 minute remaining.
He said to remain silent in the face of injustice is to become an accomplice. Mm-hmm. So it's like if I'm on my own and I'm doing my best, then worst case scenario end up happening, whether I died or in a state of war or or I take it to the next extent. Just know I did my best to reach out to you, to the public, help me.